Hi, Andrew. Thanks for coming. I think, why don't we start this session with you just telling me a little bit about yourself, who you are, things that you like, just so I can get to know you.
I'm a married man, 2 kids, 2 dogs. I work at a lumber mill.
How do you like that?
It's a pretty fun job.
Yeah.
The pay's not too great, but that's okay. I enjoy what I do and the people I work with. I enjoy watching football and playing with my kids. Going on dates with my wife is always nice. And I like to snowboard, be outside, and hang out on the back patio at my house and
Yeah.
do stuff like that.
Sounds like you have a pretty busy life with wife and kids and all the fun activities that you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, tell me a little bit about what brought you here.
Well, I am having a hard time focusing, and it feels like I'm constantly worrying about things that I shouldn't worry about.
Okay. Can you maybe give me an example of what that looks like?
Like if I'm at work, I can't focus on my job. I get very distracted. Excuse me. And I'm also worrying about things that don't really matter.
Okay. What do you feel like doesn't really matter?
Like little things, day-to-day things like, did I make sure my kid has his lunch packed and ready to go?
Okay.
Well, I mean, that matters, but like,
Right.
it's like a big, like I can't focus on anything else.
Okay. So what I'm hearing you say is that one of the biggest worries you have is like maybe that are not as important as you think that they are, like packing lunches or like maybe forgetting to turn off the lights or for, turning off the iron.
Yeah.
Some stuff like that. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, you are.
Okay. When you have these feelings or when you have these thoughts, what feelings are coming up for you? Like, where do you feel the feelings?
Like physically or like?
I mean, tell me about
mentally?
the feeling. Yeah, tell me about your feelings and what's coming up for you. And then if you feel like it's somewhere in your body, let's talk about that too.
Well, like when I start to worry, like it kind of like a little pit, kind of in the stomach, chest area.
Mm-hmm.
Physically wise, and then I also notice my breathing gets quicker, and I kind of feel like my body's heating up, like I'm going into a panic.
Okay.
I guess that's the best way to describe it, physically wise.
Right.
What do you mean by where is it coming from?
Like what's triggering it? Is it just like when you're at work? What is it that makes you think, oh, I forgot to pack my son's lunch, or oh, I didn't do that?
Well, I do have a lot of slow days at work, so I have time to think.
Okay.
And I think that could contribute to worrying and not being able to focus on things. So, yeah, my mind starts to wander, and then I start to think about, did I do this, or have I forgotten something? I think that's kind of what happens, what starts all this.
Okay. In your intake paperwork, I saw that you wrote anxiety. Is that kind of how you would like to, or how you feel as this feeling and stuff is happening, is like anxiousness?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. I have a proposal. I would like to just think or take a second and just see what your thoughts are about maybe taking those worries and those feelings and that anxiety that you're feeling and maybe giving it a name, just so that we can separate that anxiety and that feeling away from your person and making it so that it's separate. You know what I mean? Like, you're not thinking about, it's not, oh, I'm worried, I'm feeling this pit in my stomach. It's more like, this is something different. This is, I don't know. We can name it a name, or we can name it an object, or whatever you want. So maybe something that, I don't know. So when I'm thinking about stuff, and my anxiety, I always separate it and call it like Bertha, because who likes the name Bertha, right? So is it something that you think you can do, is maybe name it?
Yeah, I could try that, see if it helps.
What would your name be for it?
Larry.
Oh, Larry. Okay, so Larry is your anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're at work thinking and you start to have those feelings like, oh my God, I forgot all these things. Is there a way that you could be like, Larry, I kind of need you to stop, kind of get out of here, maybe go for a run or something. I don't need you in my body, because it sounds like you're having these feelings, which are very, very valid feelings, right? And sometimes it's good to separate yourself from those feelings so that you know that you have more control than you think you do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. It's like saying, you don't have power over me, Larry.
Yeah.
I can control how I feel.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, let's give an example. So if you're at work and your mind starts to wander, and you start to think, I'm doing everything wrong, and you know that those feelings are Larry, like that's Larry.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can just be like, nope, I'm good. Let's not go there. Do you think that? Would you like to practice it, or do you want to just see how it feels when you're at work or at home when you're not doing too much?
Like practice it here, right?
Yeah,
now?
like just.
Yeah, we can practice it.
What would be a feeling that Larry would be named for? If that makes sense. Like, what would you name your feelings? You know?
Okay. Yeah. Well, like if I am, I guess, can I say anxious? If I'm anxious?
Yeah, you should.
Because I left the stove on at home.
Right.
And I can't remember if I did or not, so I feel anxious. Like I need to get home.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could say, Larry, you left. No, that wouldn't work.
It'd be like, Larry.
Well, how would I?
Larry, I'm okay. Like, Larry, you're talking too much right now.
Okay.
I don't need you to. I need to focus. Larry, get out of here. Get out of my thoughts. Get out of my things. Because it's what it's doing. It's separating you from your problem and recreating your story, right? And that's kind of like the point of this technique, is just to kind of understand that you do. And I know that there's a lot more that we can touch on. I just wanted to give you a simple example of how this works. But what the purpose of this technique is to make sure that you are the one empowered by your own story, and not being taken over by all these feelings and anxieties and thoughts, because you have more power than you think you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when we take away those feelings, those thoughts, that anxiety, then you're able to recreate your story and retell your story in the way that you want.
Mm.
And so we can continue working on this, and maybe you can practice a little bit about, Larry and his nonsense. But it's definitely a much more like a broader thing that's not going to be done in just a session. It'll probably take us a few sessions to get through, but this gives you an opening to what we're kind of looking at. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Do you feel like that was helpful today?
Yes, I do.
Great.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to do this with me and practice this. And thanks so much for being here.
Of course. Thank you for helping me with my anxiety. Go Devils!